Hello everyone, and a very warm welcome back to UK Seniors Hub, your trusted place for real, reliable updates that matter most to older people across the UK. Now today's story, this one genuinely shocked me, and I think it's something every single driver, especially those of us over 60 or 70 who still rely on our cars, really needs to hear. Because this isn't just another bit of motoring news. It's about our safety, our family safety, and the worrying rise of something called ghost MOTs. Yes, you heard that right, ghosts MOTs. Now, before you think this sounds like some sort of Halloween headline, it's not. This is a real serious issue that's now spreading across the UK. According to new official figures from the DVSA, that's the Driver and Vehicle Standards Agency, the number of people getting fake or illegal MOT certificates has more than doubled in just 1 year. Last year, around 976 cars were found with these dodgy MOTs. But this year, that figure's jumped to 1,809 vehicles. Nearly 2,000 cars driving around on UK roads with certificates that say they're safe, when in fact, they've never even been tested. Now, let's take a pause there, because that's quite a thought, isn't it? You might be sitting at home thinking, how on earth does that even happen? I mean, surely you've got to take your car into a garage to get an MOT, right? Well, here's the shocking bit. In many of these cases, the car never even goes near a garage, not once. Let me explain how this works. According to Jack Cousins, who's the head of road policy at the AA, and I think we all trust the AA when it comes to motoring advice, this rise in ghost MOTs is being driven by people trying to dodge repair costs. What they do is, they go online, sometimes on Facebook, or even worse, on private chat apps like WhatsApp or Telegram, and they find these shady groups advertising quick MOTs or no need to bring your car MOTs. They're asked to send their car's registration number, make a payment, sometimes £150, sometimes £200, and within a few hours, a legal-looking MOT certificate arrives in their email inbox. Everything about it looks genuine. It even appears on the official MOT checker for a while. But in reality, no inspection ever took place. No brakes were checked, no tires, no lights, no suspension. The car could be falling apart, and it's still been signed off as roadworthy. Now, I don't know about you, but that makes my blood boil a bit. Because as someone who's been driving for decades, many of you have too, we understand the importance of a proper MOT. It's not just about ticking a box for the government, it's about making sure your car is safe to drive. And this isn't just about the people buying these fake certificates, it's about the danger they're creating for everyone else on the road. Imagine this, you're driving to see your grandkids, maybe on a rainy Sunday afternoon. You're on the motorway, doing 60, maybe 65. The car in front of you suddenly brakes, but its brake lights don't work. Or worse, its brakes fail entirely because it's never been checked. That could cause a serious accident. And the scary thing is, the car might be driving around legally on paper. That's what a ghost MOT allows to happen. Now, the figures are truly worrying. In Kent, for example, there were just 3 cases of ghost MOTs last year. This year, 74. That's a 20-fold increase. And those are just the ones that have been caught. Who knows how many more are out there? The DVSA says it's taking this very seriously. They've been cracking down on garages involved in this fraud, because sadly, it often involves corrupt MOT testers who are willing to enter fake data into the system for a fee. But it's not all bad news, because there's also a positive development here. The DVSA has been trialing a new system called Photos of Vehicles of MOT. Basically, garages are now being asked to take photos of the car during its test, proof that it was physically there. And I think that's a brilliant idea. It's simple, it's effective, and it's already showing results. They're also starting to use artificial intelligence and automatic number plate recognition, ANPR, to detect suspicious MOT activity. For example, if a garage is suddenly testing 50 cars a day when it only has one mechanic, that's a red flag. The system can now automatically pick that up. So what does this mean for us? The honest drivers, the pensioners, the everyday people who just want to make sure our cars are safe and legal? Well, here's what you need to know. First, always double-check your MOT details on the official government website. Just go to gov.uk/check-MOT history and type in your car's registration number. It'll show you when your car was tested, where, and even which garage did it. If something looks odd, like your car being tested hundreds of miles away or on a date when it was sitting on your driveway, report it immediately. Second, if someone online ever offers you a quick MOT or says no need to bring your car, walk away. It's not just illegal, it's dangerous. And the penalties are serious. If you're caught with a fraudulent MOT, you could face fines, points on your license, and even prosecution. And third, let's be honest, for many of us older drivers, the MOT can already be a bit stressful. Some of us rely on our cars for essential trips, hospital appointments, shopping, visiting family. So the last thing we need is to be sharing the road with vehicles that haven't even been checked. But here's the comforting part. Most people, like you and me, do things properly. We book our MOTs on time, we get our cars serviced, and we keep our paperwork in order. That's what responsible driving is all about. Now, I also want to mention this. For some of you, if you're on a limited income and the cost of car repairs has been worrying you, there is help available. Local councils and some charities do offer support for essential travel or even small grants for necessary car repairs in certain areas. So don't risk going down the illegal route. There are safer, honest ways to get help if you're struggling. This whole story also raises another issue: the growing problem of online scams targeting seniors. These fake MOT sellers are using the same tactics we've seen with fake bank messages, energy bill scams, or phony TV license emails. They know people are looking for cheaper solutions, especially in times like these with the cost of living still biting. But remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it usually is. Now, I have to say, I'm glad the DVSA is acting on this. They've already removed some dodgy garages from the system, and they've promised tougher action against anyone involved in this kind of fraud. But the AA is also calling on social media companies to do their part, because these groups are easy to find online, and they shouldn't be allowed to operate so openly. If you see anything suspicious on Facebook or WhatsApp, like someone offering MOTs without seeing your car, report it straight away. It could literally save lives. Now, let's take a step back and think about what this means for everyday drivers, especially older drivers. For many of us, our car is our independence. It's how we get to the GP, how we do our shopping, how we visit family. So we deserve to know that every car on the road around us is safe. The idea that some people are skipping that process, paying for fake certificates, it's just not acceptable. So my message today is simple. Stay alert, stay informed, and don't let these scams put you at risk. All right, let's sum this up before we wrap. Ghost MOTs, fake certificates, are on the rise, more than doubling in the past year. They allow unsafe cars to appear roadworthy even though they've never been tested. The DVSA is cracking down, introducing photos during MOTs, using AI, and shutting down rogue garages. But drivers, especially us law-abiding ones, need to stay vigilant too. Always check your MOT status on the government website. Only use trusted garages. And never, ever be tempted by shortcuts. Because an MOT isn't just a piece of paper. It's a guarantee that your car is safe for you, your passengers, and everyone else on the road. So, what do you think about this new rise in ghost MOTs? Have you ever come across something suspicious online? I'd really love to hear your thoughts, so please share your experiences down in the comments. And before you go, don't forget to give this video a quick like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps the channel grow, and it means I can keep bringing you more honest, helpful updates just like this one. You've been watching UK Seniors Hub. Thank you so much for joining me today. Stay safe, drive carefully, and as always, take care of yourself and one another. I'll see you in the next update.